Alrighty, we are back with episode 5, I believe. It might be episode 6, but we are back with the Mighty Ducks. And to open today off, we are doing a trade. This is episode 5. So, we are doing a trade to start off. We are getting Theodore on this team. Mm, this is something that it's basically on salary cap issues. That's all that trade's going to be about. We just have salary issues that are facing for next year. Carlo will not actually do anything, but Theodore, although he is 36, will be able to help the talent of our young defensive core has. So we're going to take that deal. The team, I think I know what I'm going to do for the free agency. It's to sign some defensive players up. Defensively, it's looking like a struggle, but we can start coming and try to get everything under control with it. The forward core, I'm not too worried about. We do have good goaltending, so that's our main goal, is just to upgrade the defense. Now, let's just hope we don't get plagued with injuries, or we may end up falling downhill even more. So, that will be the plan for today. We will be trading several players off just to get young prospect players. Which means we will be getting either young prospect players or we will be getting draft picks for the next year. But I have a little bit of high hopes for this team for this season. The plan is just, if we don't win, we need to find defensive players. Sign all the forwards to contracts, get rid of contracts that will be really expensive towards us, and just now I would not go for him because he is $4 million, but he is a good defensive player. I will be taking him. Hopefully he does turn out great. If not, I really don't mind. He will be able to help our team out with teaching the young core how to play. So that's all we have to look out for, is that. We also got to look for young players that fit on the board for our team. We're going to get into this on trying to get this team to be a bit better than where it's at now. Which, hopefully, with a different change in pace for this, we could win a Stanley Cup. Don't care where he's at. I'm not going to claim him. I was going to, but then again, it's the fact that if I do claim him and he turns out to be complete, because 23, granted, is a good age, but I don't want to go for someone who's not at that high level. But I don't have any info on him, and I don't want to claim him if he's just gonna not turn out good. Yeah, I just flipped an entire 180 on that. We are here to see what major changes I have to do for this team. And I honestly think signing Owen Power to a contract for this team was a right choice. At least I think I signed him. I might have traded him just to get him, but still, that's a good pickup. But yeah, if one defenseman goes, that's it. We're not going to be winning a whole lot of games. Which is why we need to get some defensive players for next season. That's all our issue is for this. So that would be the plan. Hopefully we do, if we do make it to the playoffs, it does give me high hopes because defensive players will be happy enough to join this team. Alright, 24, bottom 6, but does have something. You know what, we will claim him. Since we do have Scott Lawton on the team, hopefully he teaches him moves. We do need a heavy hitter for this lineup. Okay, Power has come back. Byram also has come back, so that will give us a bit more wins. There goes Power again. Yeah, we need to get more defensive players. What's even more bad news is I don't have any draft picks for the next 5 years. So that's going to be our major issue, but knowing me, I will be able to get rookie players through contracts that should not even happen. So, yeah, the plan is just to get either a rookie defenseman to come onto the team, or we do free agency and get a defenseman that way. Which means by the trade deadline, we will be trading some of our star players off, but we will be getting something in return for that. Let's see. Alright, we will be claiming this left defenseman. Although his age is a bit concerning, he does hold some potential. So being able to win the cup for next year will be the best thing for us. We're looking for defensive players. It doesn't matter which defense, and McKinnon has 1 year left on his contract. We need to keep an eye on that. Marco Rossi also has 1 year. We need to keep an eye at. Ryan Backer has 1 year. We might sign we might get him. Let me see, because I would love to have this player on the team. Alright. Who am I trading off? We do have a center left winger that I would love to bring onto this team. I guess we will be trading Knives off. I have no points for Knives being on the team. We do have to add another player as something for Montreal. I don't think they're gonna go with it. Is that another Hughes? Actually, what if we take Hughes? What if we just take these low... with that guy right there? Get rid of the linebacker. Okay, they're saying no, but I'm close. I do want to keep Taves. How about this 24? No, they will still say no. I do want to have Hughes on this team. Will you guys agree with this? Okay. I'll put Knives back in, but the plan is to just look around, even try to see if there's any defensive rookies who have like talent. You're in the AHL, would love to bring you up. There's no right defenseman. which is an issue, but I would love to have, someone given a chance. Okay. I'm not gonna say no, because actually they are gonna say no for that. Tough, and then good. Yeah, he's 78 overall at 31. He needs to be a bit better. This 84 overall, 27. 78 at 25. That might be a good year to, like, really on the edge, but might be a good pickup. I think we should get rid of you instead of this guy. So let's see. I keep Hayes on the team. Okay, they're saying no to that. Let's see. Don't want to go for Harley. We'd love to have Adam Fox on this team, but he's got 4 years. Luke Hughes, an $8 million contract, could be useful with this top 4 rookie. They're gonna say no, it's probably salary cap. Yep, it's salary cap for us. They will say yes to Luke Hughes joining us, but his contract's not high. So we'll continue the search. We're right now looking for defensive players. And we're also hoping to save salary cap. Like, there's nothing wrong with knives, but we need to win more games, not lose. So, yeah, he's leaving. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we do have people for the lineup. So we do have a replacement. Playing both of these defensive players. I do have a left winger that plays, well, center that plays left. So I'm not losing anything for next season. Top 4 left the 85 overall. That's okay. Seattle's willing to say yes to this. Oh, an 82 at 23, but it's the Evans that I'm more worried about. You know what? We're gonna take it. We're probably not gonna get anything better than that. Okay, that helps the forward core a bit. Nathan McKinnon. What will it take for him to be on this team? I do not want to get rid of him. We do have a franchise center, 92 overall at 20. So I would think we'd get rid of this guy because, or even the 87 overall. Sorry about that. I would say let's wait for his contract to end. He's definitely going to ask a whole lot more money. So let's see whose contract is eating up this team more. his contract's ending, but the thing is, we're not gonna be able to re-sign him. Do you want to keep that 24-year-old? I would say get rid of this guy, only because I'm confident in our forward core, and we can either get a second rounder or we get someone a bit better than him. And I'm gonna say, let's try to get someone. Naturally, let's get either a first or second rounder for this year. Columbus's first rounder, will that go through? Not unless I get a rounder myself. About 2 seconds. They're saying no. I know I can get a second out of this. Probably a second and third, right? We're going to accept this. It gets rid of $5 million. We do have enough salary cap to re-sign players. We also need to watch out for defensive players. So we did pick up 2 rookies. Well, 1 rookie and a veteran player. Hopefully they're able to get the defense core up and running and ready to go. No, we're not claiming you. Okay, Scott Lawton has been injured. We will be claiming this guy only because his contract's not that bad and it's an 83 overall. So we just let the game play out, try to see what's going on, and hopefully figure something out. Okay, Scott Lawton is able to return. That's some good news that we'll have. Are we able to make it to the playoffs at the current rate that we're going? So far, it's looking like a yes. Which is some good news. I just don't expect this team to go all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. Or, heck, even winning it. If we do win, we're going to be starting episode 1 for Arizona Coyotes literally at this stream. Do a little intro for the Arizona Coyotes, get a few trades done, and that will be the end of episode 5 for the Mighty Ducks and the start of Arizona Coyotes making a comeback. I will be changing something up with Colorado. That's the one team that piques my interest with the fact their team's already built. We will be doing a season mode, not a franchise mode, with Colorado Avalanche. Their team is literally set to where I'm pretty sure that I can win them a Stanley Cup in 1 year without trading away draft picks. I've run it myself as well, trying to test out that theory, and it actually worked. We ended up winning the Stanley Cup after 3 trade moves. So I am very confident that I can win Colorado Avalanche on 1 year in season mode a Stanley Cup without even doing a whole lot. But that's for a bit later when we come to Colorado. For now, we're stuck in California in Anaheim, helping the Ducks out. Trying to win them trying to win them a cup. So we win against the Winnipeg Jets. I think it's 5-3 to finish off the season. We went on a 4-game winning streak with the last 4 games. And the first team we're going up against is the Chicago Blackhawks. A team that should not be nowhere near playoff contenders, but then again, we're at 2031-32 season. And there goes Knight. Why did I bring him back again? Can we win like one single game? Like, is that so much to ask just to win one game? Like, I get it, we're not meant to be doing this, but can we win one game? No wonder we're losing. They got Shesterkin. But still, can we just win one game just out of all 4 of the games that we're playing? Can we win one? Now we're just gonna pull we're just gonna pull a duck and just fly away at this point. Typical. Alright, well, we get 4-0 by Chicago, who has barely anybody, but can somehow pull it off. And then these players are wondering why I don't want to re-sign them. It's when they pull numbers like that, 1 goal and 6 assists in 4 games. You can't score any more goals, and you're the only one that's up there. Granted, it might be the assist, but come on now. You're telling me that out of the games that we have played, we could not get past Chicago or anything else? And there goes another pain for me for the Toronto series that I did, where Toronto wins another cup. Knew Nashville was going to win the lottery. It was between them and Flames. Alright, any players there? Goes Philip Forsberg. Oh, man. Victor Hedman, Alex Tuck. There goes Tom Wilson. A lot of good players off to retirement. Wow. There he is, right there. The player I picked up. We get to save $4 million on contract. Still, that's just hard to see some of these players. All retired as well. $2 million contract. Okay, we do have a 2nd round pick for this entry, which is some good news. Alright. Let's see. What was the... Of course, he was a right winger at franchise. Alright, we're going on pick number 36. That is really high for us. Forster plays like Charo. We will be claiming him. Don't know what his overall is, but he is an elite, so that is some good news for us. Got a 3rd round pick out of this as well. Ooh, goaltender, elite high. You know what? We will pick him up. I hope he does good. About to find out too. He we will give both of these players that we picked from the free agency contracts. And we also have to think of what we're going to do with the off season, with the re-signing. Kopitar needs a contract. The only thing is that the head coach is actually showing promise, and it's a new head coach. We might end up losing Kopitar as a head coach. It's only because the head coach I re-signed is showing some promises of this team coming back. So I really hope Kopitar is not upset with the fact that he's gonna be like an associate or anything like that, because we need to win, and I really hope he does stay. So we'll get this 25-year-old a contract, 87 overall. Okay, we're gonna wait on that. We'll offer you a contract. Offer this left defenseman a contract. Okay, we gotta get McKinnon a contract. $10 million. Ooh, $7 million. That's not really that bad. 29. 25. Let's keep you. 26. You're hitting the road. I do want to keep Scott Lawton on board. $25 can go. Keep the 24-year-old till 2 years. I do want to keep that backup, but okay, Kopitar did accept. I'm glad to see that he's going to stay on this team. Okay, contracts of saying yes to our deals. We give this goaltender a contract. If he doesn't say yes, we'll put him as RFA and trade him off. He does say yes. Okay, so we have... Okay, these two players should not be asking for much, which we can re-sign and put them in the AHL. The left and right defenseman, I'm not going to give them a contract. Okay, we'll head to free agency, sign someone for a contract. We do have that left winger that will be coming in for this year, so that's some good news for us. Okay, this is where it's interesting. And we got McKinnon on this. So, how am I going to play this out? I also want to check out on goaltenders, but alright, not really much to go off of. But how do I play this out? We got Nathan McKinnon. Tilly. Okay, we got a 27-year-old center and Rossman Dahlin. How do I play this out? I do want a defenseman, but that's a $14 million defenseman contract. He would be a good pickup for this lineup. I do want to get Nathan McKinnon because he is a veteran player that can help us out. Okay, Byram, you're 90 overall at 31. I think I will trade you off. Actually, we'll get rid of Evans and Texts are off. Get rid of both of those players. We can probably find top 6 forwards and save a bit of salary cap. So yeah, $2 and a $3 million contract. Although, yeah, we're trading away a $3 million contract for another $3 million. We are getting rid of a $4 million contract. We gotta get rid of both of these players. And the way I want to try to do it is to get rookie players. Could just do. You guys seriously not have left defensemen? Okay, that's a first for Buffalo. Because it really did fall out. Oh man. I guess Flames really did top off with doing this. Get both of these players right here. We will end up trading future picks that. Well, I guess it's a bye-bye to another first. Okay, that saves us some contracts. Let's see. I do want to keep that franchise player. Do we get rid of Byram? It's $11 million. All we're doing is getting another defenseman. Alright, we're not going to trade him just yet. Is that 81 overall? He will be playing, so when Hornquist is going to be on the right, McKinnon on the left. Okay. So we do have another right winger. I guess we will be trading this 24-year-old off. We should get a rookie left winger for him. That way we save one sound. I do not know. We don't need to train anybody to Chicago. That's going to literally get to us. So instead, we will be trying to find someone. We could go for a center that. Trying to. 84 at 21. That could be a good spot because then he could play left winger, so it's not going to hurt us as badly. Back to Colorado. That's not going to be that bad of a contract to hold out on. He is in the minors, but we could bring him up. Alright, we are not trading with Dallas because I want somebody to hold out more of this guy's contract. 83 and 19. That is an actual good pick for us. So we will be picking this guy up. Well, we won't be picking that guy up. We're gonna keep looking. Alright, Edmonton's full of old people. No way I can get Katug, but there's no way I can get anybody that fit for this team. Dang. Oh man, I really wish I was going with LA with some of the trades, but can't pick anybody up from them. 22 mil. A left and right winger, 75 overall at 22. don't want to pick you up only because you don't look like you promise anything. Of course, Nashville gets a franchise player. Alright. That's what I was looking for. A good star player can actually fit up on that second line and could actually be much more of a powerhouse. Okay, they're saying no to this, but I'm pretty sure I can. Do we want to get rid of Byram? You know what? We will be getting rid of Byram. Yeah, we will be getting rid of Byram. That's an $11 million contract that we do not need on this team. He was a good defenseman player, but with the rate that we're going, we need someone that can help us out more. And I honestly think trading his $11 million contract is our way of going. 1 for 1. There we go. We get rid of Byram. No point in keeping him on this team. Then we'll plan on trading this guy off. That saves us $11 million of cap space. So now we don't have to worry as much. We need to trade this guy off for a left winger. Actually, no, we just have to trade him off for a defensive player to replace Byram. 20 overall is 75. That's not. We will take him off. I love trading away all my picks. Alright, do we give that backup goaltender we literally acquired from the draft a shot for? Give you a $15 million contract. It gives us $8 million to play with. And all we have to do, I do want to sign Nathan McKinnon, so we'll give him a $9.8 million contract. That means all we have to do is get rid of someone who is worth $1.8 million. Ah. Alright, and we're back. Had a talk with a bit of the coaches, and they're saying get rid of the backup goaltender. The $6.7 million contract, get rid of. Now, I was thinking, why would we get rid of that? We can get a first rounder from a team that will probably end up doing poorly because they don't have any goaltenders. So we could actually secure something for next year. So hopefully we can get a first round pick. And we are not trading with Chicago. They have Siskarkin, which I'm pretty sure to be on the A game. But we are trading away this backup. Trade him away, get a first round pick, save a bunch of salary cap. Then we can figure out what we're going to be doing with the available salary cap that we'll have. So, but yeah, I talked with the scouts a little bit too. They even said getting rid of the backup goaltender will create free up salary cap and give us a bit of a boost. So that's what we're gonna go with. Get a first rounder and we prepare for next season. This is really starting to kind of give me a bit nervous with the fact nobody wants him. But we're going to try every team until we find a team that's willing to give up their first rounder for him. But yeah. Doing this just so we can have enough salary cap and we get a first rounder for next year. If we don't get a first rounder, we could look into getting 2 seconds. Not really ideal, but it does hold some promises. Seattle has our first rounder. We're going to try to see if we can't get it. We are unable to get it. I think we may need to go for 2 seconds. At least then we'll have a higher chance of actually getting something. Of course, Vancouver will not accept. Vegas won't either. Okay, last team is Winnipeg, and I don't think they're gonna accept. Okay, we just went through the entire team. So we're gonna try to get 2 second rounders on him. That's still a bit better because then we can pick 2 people in the second round, but I would really go for a first rounder for this. I want to give Chicago the benefit of the doubt because it won't make any sense. Okay, take both of these seconds. Are they going to? No, they will not. I want to do 2 seconds because at least then we'll have pick to go after, and I'm not doing next year. I'd rather do the year that's coming up. Okay, well, Montreal accept. No, they would not. Could we get their... You know what? We will try to do their next 2 seconds. Okay, they're saying no to that too. We're looking at just getting a second rounder. Come on. Better than this. Say, don't film me now. Seattle. Oh man, that's really close. St. Louis is gonna say no. Tampa Bay, I don't think they have a second rounder. Toronto. They do have a second rounder. I would say go for this and next. Okay, that's Vancouver can't because they're low salary cap. Vegas can't. Capitals. Okay, they're saying no as well. Jets, give me some luck. They're saying no as well. Alright. So we can only get a second or third from this. Can I do next year's first? No, I cannot. I really want to get Boston's first rounder. Give her this. Did I draft his? No, I don't think I drafted Winger. Yeah, Flames picked him up. Still saying no. What if I keep him on board? I don't mind losing him and try to get a first rounder off that. It could actually work in our favor. We are getting rid of a top right 4. We are getting rid of a top 6 forward. We are gaining, however, a first rounder if this does go well. Yeah, somebody's seeing someone to give up their first rounders. It's kind of understandable because who knows how the 2033 draft is going to be. I feel like I'm super close with this. Not to say, just go for a second, like 2 seconds for this. It's not worth going through every team trying to get a first rounder. We'll eventually get one team that actually does accept it, but at this point, I'm getting irritated at the fact that I'm going through every team and still getting the same result of rejected trade. Or trade rejected. I don't understand, because it's the fact that you're getting a better benefit out of this, including teams that need a goaltender, and it kind of makes sense for it, but you don't want to accept it because we'd rather keep our first rounder. Even though your first rounder is not going to accomplish anything, and it's just going to be a first rounder wasted. And now, at least going back, my first rounder that I gave to you guys, I want to have a win in this case. St. Louis is not going to accept, get a salary cap. I gotta keep remembering myself, like, keep telling myself that. First rounders are not that expensive. Why am I still receiving no for this? Like, it's a fair deal. Alright, time to just go through teams that have multiple second round picks, because that's all I can afford now. Because I am getting more and more irritated with the fact that I'm asking for a first rounder for both of these players and yet getting nothing out of it. So just... No, I am not trading. I'm only getting 1 second. I am not trading any more players off. And we just wait. Waited to hear back from the players I offered contracts to. Rossman Dahlin, welcome to the Ducks. I am happy you accepted the offer that we gave to you. And I really want to see how far you go. Nathan McKinnon, welcome to the team. You're going to be an excellent veteran player to train the rookies that we bring in. So, 2 good news with the fact that we got Nathan McKinnon and Rasmus Dahlin on the team. We can actually make a Stanley Cup push. Now, we will go for McCain only because his contract's not going to be too annoying. It gives us $4.5 million to play with. We are not going for any more forward. We are instead going to go with the defensive players. 84 overall at 27. You know what? You can have the remaining $4.5 million. We have Nathan McKinnon on the lineups with a talented young core. We got Rossman Dahlin as defensive pairing with Owen Power. McCain has decided to join our franchise team, and we got Lindsten joining our team as well. So I'm pretty sure they're going to give me a $1 just by how this game is run. We got 1.8. I still want to go for a defensive player. Maybe like a right defenseman. Yeah, the joke's on me with that one. I can't get him because it's 5.1. You know what? We'll go with veteran players at this point. Let's see. Anybody that's veteran that doesn't really cost much. Sam Bennett, really? Well, you are a veteran player. Would love to have you on this team. Anthony Beauvillier, welcome to the team. Now, these contracts are not going to affect us because they are going into the minor leagues. Well, maybe Anthony Pavilier, but Sam Bennett's not going to affect us because he will be going to the minor leagues. I'm thinking of John Carlson, which I'm pretty sure retired, so it's not going to be much help. Bottom six guy right here. Would love to have you on the team. We do have enough salary. Well, we do have enough room on the team, so we're not really losing in this case. We have enough room for some of these veteran players. Okay, so we did not claim a right defenseman, something that's really concerning, but defensively we should be fine. We do have rookie defensemen that I will be bringing up. And if anything needs to change, we can always trade away a left defenseman that we got it for free agency and get a right defenseman instead. So we're about to see what the lineups are going to look like. We will probably end up going downhill at first and then pick up the pace. Hopefully with the two players I picked up, the defensive core will be set to where veteran leadership for the defense is going to help the rookies. The forward core is going to be unstoppable with Nathan McKinnon helping out with the first line being already 90 overalls. So we're about to find out whether or not this lineup is going to achieve victory or bring us more downhill. And I love this lineup because this is a franchise potential player right there, but we have a 24-year-old playing with Nathan McKinnon, who's going to be on our right wing, and then we got this left winger that I picked up, who's 19, playing with Nathan McKinnon, who's 94 overall, is going to help us with that. Third line, it does not look that bad. I would love to bring this rookie up to the third line, but he fits well in the fourth. We're not going to change. Defensively, Owen Power and Rasmus Dahlin should have no issues with each other playing on the same lineup. We got Sundqvist playing with Linston. Hopefully there's no issues between both of these players. We have a rookie 22-year-old playing with Theodore. Granted, Theodore will be retiring this season, but it's the fact that we do have a good defensive pairing on the third line. We have two left defensemen that are rookies that will probably not see action for this season, but might due to injuries. So we're going to see if this lineup is set. We're going to set our captain up. So Hornquist does have the captain, but I feel like Rasmus Dahlin does not deserve that A. Hornquist, you are not getting the captain. I feel like the captain going to Nathan McKinnon will be a perfect fit. Actually, I think I'm going to be removing the A off of Callahan and give it to McKenna. McKenna will be our next captain for this team. So with everything set up, with the change of roster, the change of captain, the change of most of the stuff, we're going to see where this team ends up being at. Hopefully our first 10 is looking real good. I honestly think Theodore will be going down to the AHL, but due to where his level's at, we might not be able to get rid of him. Now, unless I go for another right defenseman, but I'd rather see what we do first 10 games. Flyers are our 10th game for this opening season, 2032 to 33 season. That is horrible to know that he got in a fractured jaw against the Pittsburgh Penguins game. As we end up losing that game and the next game after that. At least it's back in the lineup, but still, this is just... Oh my... Did that ruin this team so badly that we're not even going to clinch playoff spots at this point? Though you're not getting as much ice time, you're an 87 overall at 37. I'd rather have you playing on the second line. Got a problem with that, I will trade you for somebody who's willing to play second line minutes and help out the rookies more. Hopefully we win against Flyers, have a 5-5 record, then I don't have to worry as much. Well, what's it gonna be? Are we winning this game or losing? We're up 3-1. There goes a fourth goal. I honestly think the lineups are set. As long as we don't get any more injuries. Because the record's 5-5. And the only downhill part is that Nathan McKinnon got injured during that Pittsburgh game. Now, that's where we ended up losing that game as well. But he was injured, came back on the Colorado game, was probably not playing that Colorado game. And then, so I think injuries are going to be what's going to affect this team. Meaning I have to get forward guys to replace the forward core that could get potentially injured and cost us a playoff run. But that's even more good news that the forward core is set to the point where we could actually come back and win. We just need to make sure injuries are not on our radar. A 10-1 victory against the Flames. That's what we want to see right there. So, I am a bit upset. Kopitar is not our head coach, but he is one of our coaches. New coach I brought back a couple seasons ago is helping this team out a bit more. As we come in second place in our division right in December with 14-9-0. Alright, so we do have some hopes for this team. I am a bit worried about Edmonton with the fact that they're up there with 40 points. We do have 36, but I don't think we'll be able to catch up. Though you have not been performing, I am happy where you're at right now. An 85 overall at 19. That is really good on where he's at. He's probably on the third line, too. So I would not complain. If not, he is our second line left winger. He's playing phenomenal. Not too worried where he's at. We just need to catch up to Edmonton or keep in the constant rate of where we're at. Because if we keep constantly winning more and more of our games, we could win the Stanley Cup at this rate. I do love how December started and ended. Team's pulling off great stuff so far. We are still second place in our division. 25-13-1 is our record. Well, 25-13-2. So at this point, we're just trying to wait and see what happens. Because there's teams that we're going up against twice. We lose to them first time, it's fine. But if we end up winning to them second time, that means we do have a chance of beating them, and the series will just drag on a little bit longer. Alright. Let's see. Blackhawks are up there in their league, but St. Louis has blasted off. There goes Owen Power. Big concerning, but we do have left defensemen. Granted, they are rookies. That could be our downfall, but we should be able to carry on top with him gone. Okay, there goes another player. This is what I was talking about with injuries, that we need to avoid them at all costs. Okay, so Edmonton is not a worry team to go up against. We could actually destroy them in the playoffs. However, Colorado and St. Louis, we will end up destroying ourselves at this point. And they're in the same division as us. I'm going to decline that trade. Will not be accepting that one. Alright, so far so good. We had a little bit of a rough patch in the start of February. We did get injuries, but we are coming back on top. We are still we're still second place in our division. Even with the injuries we took in, we're still second place in our division. And as I say that, we're now third in our division. Can you guys figure out what you're doing? Because really, you guys are going to go on a 6-game losing streak. We better beat Edmonton. And there goes Hornquist. That does prove to be even more difficult. We end up losing, extending it to 7th game now. Okay, which... Not someone I want to claim. I do want to claim Adam Boquist, but that's going to be an issue. He's here. That's $11 million. I wanted to claim a right defenseman at this point. We claim a right defenseman from any team. It could help our second line right defenseman to where we could win Stanley Cup. We need to watch out on salary cap, but I want to try to get a right defenseman so we can bring up our lines a bit more for the defensive core. Hornquist is the only one that's injured, so I'd rather wait. We do have a left defenseman. if we get rid of him, we could bring a right defenseman coming in for that. And he will be playing. 81 overall, 21 years old. We will be bringing this guy in. We need a defenseman core to help us out. We're going to deal with that. And they accept the trade. We do have that AHL left defenseman that's going to be coming up now. We do have a right defenseman rookie that's going to be coming up. So the plan is for Hornquist to hopefully come back from injuries. Or if it's Nathan McKinnon, went down to a top 9 forward, 87 overall, will probably end up retiring with this team. That's a $9.8 million contract that we will have available. McCain's also going to retire. That's $2 million right there. Lindstream, I think I'm going to trade you off. But after the season, I want to see where this team ends up being at for this. We do need a panic with our franchise player needing a contract. Good thing he's a rookie because we can do RFA. We should get rid of Rasmus Dahlin's $15 million contract. We could go for a defensive pairing that could be either young or a defensive guy that can help us out. So although we gave him a $15 million contract, we are getting rid of him to get a rookie player or even a good player that's going to be close to his ranking like this. Though we will have to save salary. Well, we do have to hold on to part of the contracts. We do get this elite defensive player for the same amount of money, with a lot of X factors and all that. That's going to help this team out. What do you say, Vegas? You're getting a star. Really? You're saying no? I give Vegas credit. That's a good defenseman that they'll have. I am surprised. I mean, they're smart. They said no. I agree with their thinking. That's a good defenseman right there. Do we go for more cider? We're not going to. That's a 31-year-old. Getting rid of Dahlin to bring a defenseman in. We save on salary cap. We get a rookie defenseman in too. Owen Power will be able to show him the ropes, and we'll be able to do more things with this team. That's all it is. It's just trying to trade away Rasmus Dahlin's $15 million contract for a defenseman. Because I'm a bit nervous with the fact that we could end up losing our franchise player. And I'm not going to risk that. So I want to try to get a defensive player so we can get a fighting chance at this point. I can't take Adam Fox because it's a bit too high on value. There's a 33-year-old. We have until the trade deadline ends. Could do a 8 overall, 29. He does hold some potential, and we could get an additional player with that as well. That's 14 mil, but that's still a heavy hitter right winger who can play left and a right defenseman for Rossman Dahlin. This is a top 2 defenseman, though. Or that's his role, and his potential is a top 4 D. Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can't get any of the scouts in, because this trade might work. So, come on, Twitch, what do you got for me? Do I do this trade, or do I do something else? Because I'm thinking this trade's good, but we are losing a top defenseman. Timo Meyer is going to be retiring. So we will be getting the top 2 defense with elite potential. But I'm a bit nervous because we're getting rid of Rossman Dahlin, a 91 overall with a bunch of X factors. So, what do I do in this case? We are claiming... We are claiming 2 players, but... We're gonna let me see how their trade looks. $75 with top. There's an 18-year-old and he wants a right winger. We will accept that because we're not losing anything on that. And now we gotta open up the trade back again with the New Jersey Devils. You know what? We're gonna go with this trade. I can't wait for the scouts, and we need someone to help with bit of the defensive core. Well, not defensive, but forward core. Oh, they're not even gonna say yes. What did I think they were gonna say yes? We're not going for Byram. Because there's no point. Could just keep Dahlin in, but... Why is there no right defenseman when I need him? I don't want to trade with Chicago. That's a 33-year-old I don't want to claim. A 90 overall at 27 is a good pickup for us. There's no... I can't even get that one. I didn't get the rank kit, but that's still... Actually, we do have enough. They're gonna say no, but... Do I even... No, I do not. So, Rossman Dahlin going up for trade. I'll bring the blanket back. Because I do want a sniper for the third line. Oh, we do have a right to... If I add this guy in, will you guys say yes? No, you will not. Okay, we'll just keep looking. Ice Command's not going to be worth it. Either we keep Rossman Dolene, we get rid of... There's no way they're going to let me take McCarr. I'm trying to avoid giving Chicago a Stanley Cup at this point. You could just keep him, trade a left defenseman off. I think we should just do that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep Darlene around on the team. We have an AHL right defenseman that I need to bring up. Well, that means we gotta get rid of somebody who's a left defenseman. And I even said it. I was going to get rid of this guy, and the time has come to get rid of him. Fourth round pick. Who wants him out of curiosity? I mean, I am pretty sure I'm not even going to get a second. Yeah, I told myself was going to get rid of this guy. $4.5 million contract. A left defenseman. We don't need on this team. Let's carry on to a Stanley Cup win. We're going to keep Darlene on the team. I was thinking of getting rid of him. We're going to keep him instead. We're going to trade away a $4.5 million contract for a third rounder. And we're going to carry on, waiting to see what's going to happen. So, after all of the... Oh, Boston, really? You gave them a first rounder? They don't need any more help at this point. And that's what I'm calling it. Because they are getting help. Hornquist is back after we win in a shootout 2-1, ending our losing streak. And let's just wait and see what happens with this team. Because now we brought that 81 overall rookie right defenseman in to the lineup. Okay, at least we were able to score more goals. Winnipeg Jets might be a challenge for us. And there goes Owen Power. Great. Can we win a game, like... I know we're in the last couple of months, but can we at least win a couple of games? I understand, like, injuries is our main concern, but we should be a bit better than this. There goes Hornquist again. I think I'm going to end up trading him off. Because he might be the reason why we don't win the Stanley Cup. He got injured twice already. There goes another person. I'm hoping that's a third line guy. It might be a second line. But Hornquist might end up getting traded away. Do we even get a chance at the playoff spot at this point? I don't think we will. I think we lost our shot at a playoff spot because of the Central Division. Yeah, we don't even get a chance at the playoff spots. The Jets took our spot. Wow. Just wow. I expected a lot more from this team, but wow. I mean, what are we doing at this point? A 97 offense, an 86 defense, and an 88 goalie. You guys couldn't win any more games? I guess we're trading Hornquist off. I expected a lot more from this talented player, but nothing.
Late goings of this third period of play. For those of you just tuning in now, better late than never. The score is 3-2. And now it's grabbed by Edvinsson. Well, that's got it against the boards. Oh, great reflex pass.
Love how everybody just gave up. I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I'm saying that as I'm trying to play. Everybody gave up.
Chances, and they lead it late in this third.
There's no energy. There's nothing for this team at all.
They win the face-off here in their own end and take possession. Play whistle dead. Penalty coming up.
Well, everyone has a job and a role to do, and guess what? It's about PK execution right now. They have the one-goal lead. Now they're protecting it.
Guys, it's late here in the third period. They might be down, but they're not out. Good news is they've got their top 10 ranked power play unit out on the ice, and when they get going, they can be effective. Let's see what happens here.
San Jose's got the puck.
Yay!
Trying to clear the puck from his own end. Oh, that's a big-time clearing attempt there.
That's a great defensive play. You got to be strong on your stick. You got to know where everyone is. And let's face it, coach knows exactly who's out there at this time of the game for that very reason.
We got a whistle. Penalty coming up.
You know what? We're gonna risk it. We're risking it. We're gonna pull our goaltender out, get a 6-on-3 going, because why not? I don't care if I lose.
Well, the bench doesn't like this call, James. It's untimely to say the least with that one-goal lead. Now the PK unit, they got to get out there and they got to do a job.
They win the draw and go on the attack. Denies him. He got all of it. Gets it out of his own end. Anaheim's ready to go on the attack. Puts it on net. Denies him.
Wolf's been outstanding tonight, James. I mean, he's made the saves he's had to and really given his team an opportunity to win. You can't ask for more than that.
Drives to the paint. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Tremendous pressure here in the offensive end.
We're going to keep the net open. We're going to keep the pressure alive from this
At the
game.
other end of the ice here, Cheryl.
Well, it certainly is. And an extra attacker on the ice. Possession is critical. Got to win this face-off.
Quick shot. Up to the challenge as he gets his pad on it. They'll want to clear the zone here.
Yeah, three guys on him.
And they continue
Three guys
to
on him.
pressure here. Moves it quickly
Dude,
over
come
to
on
the
now.
can. The Ducks looking against the half wall. Puck grab by McKinnon.
There we go.
Posted in.
There we go. The trick still works. Just make sure you know who you're going up against.
Real sneaky one, that poor goaltender, James. Not much room available, but that one, perfectly executed.
Make sure you guys know which team you're going up against, because that move will work at
The
6-on-3.
Sharks get a hold of the draw.
Just make sure you know who's going to be on the power
I don't think
play,
anybody was hanging
who's
on
going
the
to
puck
help you
after that
out,
hit.
and who's going to help you score.
Here's the pass. Let's go.
Because just like that, we have fought the game back, and we're going to win this one.
The Ducks needed that in a big
So
way.
now they're forced to
Here in this
pull
third
it
period, it's
in.
been a back-and-forth game. It's really been neck and neck, and although I felt like they dictated the pace in this third period, it's about continuing to press and really try to smother their opponent.
taken by Power.
I don't know if we will get a wild card spot, but
and we got a delayed penalty coming up here. Quick feed to Mathieu. Broken up by Power. Taken along the wall by Caulfield. Under a minute to play in this dandy. There's the whistle, and here's the goal.
Well, they have the lead, and now they've taken a penalty, so now they're going to be back on their heels. That power play is going to come out. You know they're going to be smelling and tasting blood, James. The PK unit, they got to be the task.
Offense's own face-off, and he wins the draw. Oh, what a save in front. Forces the turnover in the neutral zone. The Sharks have pulled the goaltender here. They've got the extra attacker out on the ice in hopes of a goal. They score! They've tied it up. They have tied it up here with a big-time goal in the third.
Love the
They
fact
couldn't
you
much
keep
longer
gave
there,
up.
James, as they're running out of runway, but they found a way to get it done. You got to come up big at the right moment and brace the pressure, and that's
just standing
exactly
at
what
the
they did.
goal line, not doing anything, and then the defense trying to hold back.
Steps in and takes the puck. Coughs it up on the play. Moves it to the middle. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. San Jose's gained the line and into the zone. Here's a chance. Big time stop.
Okay, so guys,
Anaheim's
if
got
we're
the puck along the boards.
chance at
The Sharks
even
have
a
it in the
Stanley
offensive
Cup
zone.
playoff spot,
They
we
gain
need to
the
win
zone
more
from the left
games.
side. Here's a short pass to McKenna. From the left side into the middle of the neutral zone. Big save just as time runs out. There's the horn bringing
Well, it's to
regulation
win
time to an
games,
end.
not
We got
tie
overtime
not
coming up
winning in
next.
overtime or any of that.
The moment of
We
truth
need
has
to
arrived.
win.
Overtime is set to go. Overtime action is underway. Absolutely love it. Takes it into the slot. Score!
That's how you do it.
Overtime.
Put him on the count to anything. We missed the count.
And the Sun game is strong tonight. Wow, what a finish.
And not an important finish. We don't get to make the Stanley Cup playoff runs, and we get to another year of missing them. I'm rather hit 50 years with the Anaheim Ducks and end up not winning the Stanley Cup. Watch as that will happen, and I'm going to have to be forced to restart. At least our franchise player has 86 points from this season. Not sure that should be an accomplishment when you played 72 games, but hey, whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter when we don't go for the playoff run. We can just in a game and just go back to the drawing boards at this point. And Nathan McKinnon can retire with us as the longest team without a Stanley Cup win streak at this point. And there you go. Vancouver Canucks have won the Stanley Cup for this year. So do it. And there goes our pick being number 15th or 16th. Really enjoyable to see that's where it ended up. Am I right? Drumroll, please. There goes David Pastrnak. Wow. Rantanen, Reinhardt, Connor. I knew Meyer was going to retire. Landeskog's gone. Theodore's now gone. Knew he was going to retire. There's $3.2 million for Kuzmensko is retired. For Hagee, Hartman, Sam Bennett, I knew was going to retire. Well, anybody from our team at this point? Theodore Benton, Lawton, that's not what I want to see. So Nathan McKinnon did not retire with this team. I thought he was going to with the constant downfall he was going. He was not a bad pickup, but he was still something we should not be going for. I feel like I could get this year's first rounder by trading Hornquist. He got injured 2 times. I should see what the picks are before trading him. Wait, am I even able to view the draft class? Okay, so we are getting a McKenna, or yeah, McKenna. Plays like Patrick Kane. That's not really who I want to go for. I think we're going to say we're not going to trade him off. This looks like a bad draft here. Like, some of these players don't really look like they're good. I think we avoided. Yeah, we're not going to trade with Minnesota. We're just going to go to our third, to pick number 75 and be done with this draft. There's a left and right defenseman. Left defenseman. I think we're going to pick the left and right defenseman. But yeah, there was not. I would not pick McKinnon up because that would not be a perfect trade in my opinion. I think we kind of avoided the horrible trade. Well, let's see. Do we have anybody that at this point retired and decided to come back as a scout? Because I would love for them to help us out. But yes, we will be trading Hornquist off for a right winger that's a rookie. Because then that rookie player will play with that franchise player and with McKenna. And we can actually get somewhere. Because, don't get me wrong, Hornquist is a good player, but he got injured 2, maybe 3 times. And I need someone that can do a bit more. Issues with the goaltending staff or with the goalies. Okay, let's get this. Got in a top 9 player, which I want to. Our franchise player for 8 years. We're gonna do for 7 a $12.8 million contract, and then we'll just wait to see. We will be keeping this center. Okay, we were able to keep him around. Nathan McKinnon, what are you? That's a fair deal. The fact that you're going to be playing on the second line, you're gone. I don't feel like you're competent, and I'd rather keep you at 4 years or 2 years. I don't feel like you're competent to go up. Not bad. Ryan Picklick, what are you asking for? That's not bad either. The 25-year-old, 1 more year, 26. No. do a 2-year contract. Yeah, McKinnon asking for 4.5. That's not that bad. That's actually real good for us. There we go. He agreed. Yeah, we got mostly everybody I wanted. Send to next season. Or not next season. Free agency. See who's available. I think I might trade that left defenseman off for $4.5 million. He's not worth it. Okay, who's available? There's a 27 top 4 exact. Asking for $12 million. I don't know. It's really interesting. Got $2 million to play with. He's gonna retire though. We are trading away a $4.5 million contract, so we will pick him up. Alright, I want to get rid of Hornquist because he's been getting injured. Actually, we're going to wait. We're going to trade instead Rasmus Dahlin before we end up eating a lot of BS, as I like to call it. Because this season, he's going to end up going downhill. Well, I'd rather have his $15 million contract somewhere else. So, that's why we're going to take his contract and push it somewhere else. Because I don't need him on this team. Gonna end up going downhill, and then I gotta suffer through that. So we're taking his contract and just doing what Patrick did to Bikini Bottom. Push it somewhere else. We don't need his contract on this team. We need to go for someone who won't be that bad. So, they even agree to both of these players joining my team. If they do, we don't need to get that defenseman player. I'm only saying that because we have somebody who's an 87 overall on the second defense line. If we can get these defensemen, yep, they're all set. We're done. The defensive core is complete. There's not going to be any issues. We have 2 defensive players that are going to put up on their spot, and we don't even need to get this defensive player. We can just go find someone else for the forward core, because we need someone for the forward core that can actually hold out a bit longer. Yeah, Troy Terry's contract's not going to be that bad. We'll give him a $4 million contract because it's a right winger. We'll give this guy money. Give him a 6.8. Money. We'll trade that $4.5 million contract away. There's no point keeping him around when he's just going downhill. Actually don't see him going anywhere. So we're getting rid of the $4.5 million contract. Because you're literally the same as McDavid, but a lot expensive. So I like to put it. We can get a second rounder out of you. Go from there. We claim these two right wingers. I have a feeling they're going to go downhill really fast, like Nathan McKinnon, but at least the defensive core is set and we made an accomplishment at this point. Alright, Terry agreed to come back to us. We got this guy from Tampa Bay, hard name to pronounce. But we got him. He's going to end up retiring with us, which is fine. Let's see. After getting rid of that $4 million contract, we have 7.2 to play with. We could get Nylander or Kempe. I think we're going to get Kempe. Because he's only 36. He's got 4 more years on his contract. Have him playing out. We'll bring Olofsson onto the team. I don't think he's going to accomplish much, but that'll be another left winger bringing onto the team. Do we push it? We get Kempe onto the team. You know, we're gonna push, see where this ends up at. Alright, we're gonna make the video a bit longer, but I want to just see where the team ends up being all the way to January. If we have a shot of winning, I will be pushing it to where we make it to the playoff run and we're gonna end it there. We're just going to make it to the playoffs. We'll send 3 games in the first round. If we end up winning, or heck, even losing, that would be it. That's where we're going to end off. If the team continues to go downhill, there's got to be several more changes that has to get done with this team. But getting rid of Rosman Dahlin for 2 rookie defensemen that are going to literally pick up his first line and pick up the second line is going to help out tremendously. Where do we sit with this? Okay, we got Kemp, which get you out of there, bring Kemp over there, bring you up with McKinnon. We got the veteran line up right there. We kept McKinnon and Nick Kucherov. I hope I said his name right. 4th line, I'm going to consider it as a veteran line as well. We're going to keep them as is, but you got a rookie. I think I want to bring Nathan McKinnon up to that second line, bring this rookie down to the third with 2 of the veteran players. We'll keep Hornquist for 1 more year, see where he ends up. And yeah. Offensively, we have Sundqvist that is going to take up that first line defense. I'm fine with that. Because then we got Aix, I hope I said it right, and Griffin taking on the second line defense, 86 and 85 overall. The third line defense is a bit iffy, but they are rookies, so we got Troy Terry available to play. I think I'm gonna bring him up on that 4th line. Don't understand why he's not playing. What would it look like if he comes up? It looks good on him, so I'll bring him up. I'll bring Troy Terry up to that 3rd line. Alright. Keep night in net that's a bit concerning is 32, but it is what it is. The lineup should be good for forwards. I'm positive defense is already set. The forwards, I'm a bit concerned with how much veteran players we do have, but a couple of them are going to be retiring by the end of this season. So we're going to see what happens with the lineup. A lot of players are going to be angry with the fact that they're not getting enough time, which it sucks to be them. So we're going to send to January 2nd, see how well the team does. Because we may end up pushing to Stanley Cup or the playoff rounds. So we're just going to sit back and wait. Alright, somebody's angry, and I know who it is. I really like the current lineups you're on because you are playing with veteran players. So if you're not happy with it, I don't know what to say. You're playing on a veteran line, which is good for you because you end up learning from them. Alright, got a few more players returning into the lineup. The LA Kings will be our 10th game. Gonna find out from the last 10 games. We are 8-2-0 with the last 10 games. Keep this up, then we have a shot at this. Good job trying to cut back on that losing streak. We need the losing streak to not be more than 2 games. And we are battling against a hard division of ours. Counting that shootout loss a full loss. We do end up getting a point, but I'm more concerned with the fact that we're only 3rd place in our division. Well, 2nd now, but Vancouver and Vegas. That is really concerning. Okay, Kempe is back to play with the team again. Okay, December 1st. Alright. We might have a shot with the fact that if our division has a lot of teams that are actually producing, we could have 2 wildcard spots. If that does happen, we might be able to squeeze through the playoffs. I would be worried about some of the teams, but since we go up against them twice, I'm not too worried. So, let's just keep going, see how we do. Vancouver, the team that's going to be interesting. We end up losing 1-0, but I'm not going to count that as a huge loss. We just need someone to go up against their scoring capabilities. The veteran leadership is actually showing quite well. And I honestly think it's that third line. 'Cause normally their third line would be third line guys. Well, I made mine into veteran powerhouse with rookie center. 24, 10, and 2. We're pushing all the way to the trade deadline. We only lost 10 games so far, and we're already in January, so who's going to be our 11th loss? That's the true question. And when will it be? Because that would give me a better idea. January 7th is our 11th loss. Alright. So it took us till January 7th to lose 11 games. That's good news for us, but now we're dealing with an injury bug that's affecting the entire team, apparently. Okay, so we don't need defensive players getting the injury bugs. And there it is. Hornquist gets injured yet again. We are not going to make it to the Stanley Cup run or playoff run or whatever. Because we are not getting anything but bad news. At least Power comes back, but it's still nothing but bad news with the injury bug. Hopefully the entire roster comes back that's just been injured. We will not be able to do much more. Alright, Hornquist is back. That is good news as we win against Arizona. We're still going to keep pushing with the fact that even with that injury bug, we're still first place in our division. So there's more good news with the fact that we still can hold on to that first place division spot. So we will be going all the way to the playoffs. There's no question behind it. We will not be participating on the trade deadline. We're going to sim right past it and continue forwards. There's nothing I want to change with the team. The team's playing well. If we're going to lose a few players due to retirement, and Knight will end up probably getting traded away. He's currently 32, probably turned 33 in this season. We need a younger goalie. Now, I might keep him around for a few more seasons because we do have a rookie goaltender that could be coming up to the NHL. So it's just to wait and see. Alright, Toronto's going to be a real pain to go up against. We just lost to them twice. Well, let's see. The trade deadline. The deadline that ruins everything on this team. We've lost 20 games. And we're close to the end of it. I'm going to continue simming. We're going to go away from the trade deadline. We're just going to keep going. There's no moves I want to make. There's nothing I want to change with this lineup or this team. So we're just going to continue on. Hopefully with the fact nobody got traded away and there was no changes whatsoever, we can continue going on and going forward. It took us until March 10th to lose our 21st game. So that does bring even more good news with the fact that we are able to hold out strong. So let's just see. Give a little taste of the playoffs too. We'll do first 3 games. Villiers is able to come back after being injured. We end up winning against Nashville. We end up surpassing 90 points for this season. Hornquist is injured yet again. I'm thinking he's our tough guy at this point, or our goon at this point, because he keeps getting himself injured. Vegas is a team that we might not need to worry about. Chicago is a team we need to panic about. They are a powerhouse that we keep losing to. And they're going to end up making it to the Stanley Cup playoff rounds. We do get a spot with 101 points. We did much better than last season. Give the Ducks some credit for this year. We finally made it back. Are we going to get 4-0 in the first game? Or the first round? Well, let's see. We are up against the LA Kings, and we're going to do the first 3 games at this point. Winning 4-2 in the first game of the first round. We end up winning game number 2, 5-3. Game 3 ends up in a 4-3 overtime loss. Not too upset by it. Game 4, 4-2 loss. What are we doing? Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna yell at the entire team now for the next couple of hours, because we should be better than this. Our franchise potential player has gotten 101 points for this season. And yet we can't win a single playoff round. What's even more disrespectful is that I guess our franchise player is literally not even up to McDavid's standards. How's the piece of poop goaltender? Yep, there he is. I guess your draft year was a lie because you weren't first round pick. By the way, you're playing. I expect at least one win, or maybe multiple wins. Against LA is nothing. They barely have anybody playing on this team, and you're telling me they're beating us 3-2? We were up 2-0. Like, are you guys serious? This is the LA Kings. We're overshooting them now. Come on now, who do they have in net that is stopping you guys from even scoring a goal? We're going to play third period, and if we do end up losing this game, I'm going to be walking out on the Ducks for the next couple of weeks. 100 offense. Like, what are we doing? An 89 defense and 87 goalie. Okay, granted, I can see that being an issue, but 100 offense. What more do you want from me? Like, congratulations, you made me look like a jack. I expect a lot more from these players. And 78 goalie. You're telling me you can't beat that?
We are just about to start period number 3. For those of you just joining us, perfect timing here tonight. LA's got a 1-0 lead. Puck picked up by Barron. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Poked away in the neutral zone.
Automatic poke
Los
checks.
Angeles
I
is
love
in the
that.
offensive zone. Heischer's taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up.
Really? We're going that
From one
maybe?
point man to another. Quick pass to McLovin. Time for the officials to hand out the judgment.
Not a great penalty to take. I mean, you're down a goal. You're
point.
trying to fight to get back in this game, and now you find yourself shorthanded.
The Kings get their man advantage unit out there for the first time tonight.
Well, they've earned their first power play of the game. A tone setter right here, and an opportunity to look at the coverage on the setup.
Centering pass, and that goes off a stick.
Pass!
Anaheim's
Pass!
got it across the line. Here's a chance. Stopped by the goaltender. Forces the turnover. Pokes it away in his own end.
Nice automatic
They
poke
gain the
checks.
offensive
I
zone
love
from the
it.
middle. Good reach of the stick to knock the puck away. Heads to the back of the net.
Delay of game.
Receives the pass. Moves the puck along the half wall. That's on the stick. Big save by the goaltender.
Delay of game. They basically delayed it.
Pressure. Trying to get it out. And that goes off the boards and out, finally easing up all that pressure. Angles it over to McLovin. Steps across the blue line. Here's a chance in front. Oh, he comes up with a stop. Into the offensive zone. Oh, looked like he had the corner, but he puts it off the side of the net. And pokes the puck loose inside the offensive end. Anaheim's going to play it from the corner. Oh, he got all of it.
I don't know how that did not go in.
Lindstrom's been feeling it, James. You know who else is feeling it? His teammates. They have been the beneficiaries of a great leader on the ice who's just been distributing the puck and generating a ton of offense.
Anaheim's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. LA's got a hold of it against the wall. And now they look to make something happen from the neutral zone. A little dipsy doodle and he loses possession of the puck. The Ducks play it along the boards.
Powers almost ready to get back on the ice.
Oh, what a stop by Hofer!
Well, he makes an incredible save on a point-blank shot here, James. I love the way he's aggressive, he's competitive, and he wins the battle.
Not going closer to the
Los
net
Angeles has it
and
in the defensive end.
just whiffing on that.
Fires it! Oh, he kind of struggled with that one, but he got just enough to keep it out. Knocked away by Poirier.
Can we stop with the automatic poke checks already?
Moves it to Hischier. Oh, a clutch save!
I mean,
Does
come
a
on
great
now.
job with some great
There's
pushes to get to
another
the
one.
top of his crease and make the
They
save
know
from a high
already.
danger area.
I don't get to
The
do
Ducks
that.
have it against
I
the
get a
wall.
tripping call.
Anaheim's got the puck now. And he moves it up to McKinnon. Good use of the body on the play.
Yay,
Los
somehow
Angeles takes
faster
hold
than
of the puck.
McKinnon. I wonder how that's possible.
Through center. Poked away at center by Antropop.
How did you still manage to
From
get it?
Mike.
I poked it off of
Spectacular
you.
stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
You should not be
And
able to
that's
get
kicked
it.
up from the scrum. The Ducks pick
Total
up steam and are on the
for a
attack.
reason.
Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Shot from the wall. Play is whistled dead as the puck goes up and over. There's a clear strategy going on here, and they're shortening the bench.
I can even figure this one out, James. You don't have to be an analytic genius to figure out who scores the goals on this team. And I'm telling you right now, this is happening because they want to get back in it. They're trailing by one. You got to manipulate your bench and
Hofer
make
is
it
a
happen.
nobody. I'm being dead serious.
Well past the midway mark of this
He's a
period,
nobody.
the
He always
Kings lead it
stops.
1-0.
LA's not going to win the Stanley Cup, and
The
I'm going
Ducks
to end
take
up
possession here
my
inside the
controller.
offensive zone. Here's a chance behind the net. Fantastic save! And he takes a shot. Oh, what a save! He stopped it! Wow!
Oh, that's an intangible.
Scores!
Yeah!
Here in the third, and we're tied!
Yeah, and they're on their toes now, and their opponent are on their heels, and this is the critical time of the game now. Face-off gets set up, they'll want possession.
And both centers glide
Second
into the
line
dot
going.
as a face-off set to resume. Good job tangling up his opponent here. Here's a feed in front, and he denies that opportunity there. Steps inside the line. Sends the pass in front. Great defensive hits.
Love how we don't change or anything
And that's
after
knocked
a
away.
pass attempt.
Moves it quickly
Even though
over to
every time I
Callahan.
do it, we do change.
Along the right wing, they enter the attacking area. The Kings gain possession in their own end. And he's ridden off the puck. Temperatures
I'm not able to change my players
Boiling
at
because
all.
there's certainly frustration as well. And when you're feeling frustrated, it's easy to just drop the gloves.
So can I call delay of game when I don't want to fight this
Well, I
at
think
all?
this is exactly what a lot
Makes
of
no
people came to
sense
see
at
tonight,
this
Cheryl.
point,
There's
and
no
I
love lost
wanted to
between
continue
these two
play.
teams. Every time they set foot on the ice, you know it's a heated battle.
Well, that's good news that our first line does get an energy boost.
The road team's bench is banging their sticks, standing up as they cheer on their player, and that tilt went their way.
Get the first defense line and the first line out there.
I think they
They have
found the
energy.
truth that
We
was
need to keep
lost,
pushing
and
them.
both teams now back inside the faceoff circle. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone.
We need to keep pushing this
Cross the
team.
line and on the attack. He's got a step, and that one doesn't go. What a save!
Well, the goalie makes a huge save at a critical point in the game, but for the shooter, you have to find a way to convert as you run down the stretch.
Really? Automatic coach check? Really? We're doing this
Smart
again?
defensive play here in the open ice. Slides the pass over to McKenna. The Ducks
Let
get a
me
hold
guess,
of it.
another automatic
Quick
coach
feed to
check.
Iginla. Hammers one. That was amazing.
Love how there's
What a
nobody
save by
for-
Hooper.
No.
And
No.
there's a power play
No,
opportunity
that is not a
coming up
tripping.
here. Play
That is not a
stopped, and here's
tripping.
the official call.
The coach's
We're not doing
responsibility is to keep them focused here. They got a
It's
job
not
to do. They
tripping.
got to kill this penalty off late in the
There's
third. I mean,
nothing
it's a tie
that
game. They got to
he
get it
literally
done.
fell down
Los
by
Angeles will
himself.
go to work here in the offensive end. Great hustle to come up with the puck. Takes the feed. Here's a shot. Big stop. Score!
I am close to just somebody's teeth on their clowns at this point.
There, James. I think they weighed this off immediately. This goal is not going to count.
I am really close to not putting someone's teeth on their
Kill
clowns.
off this penalty. Here's a blast. Long jam in front. That's broken up. Quick stop by Knight. Oh, at the buzzer, a big save. And there's the horn. Regulation solves absolutely nothing, so we're going to overtime, and we'll do it next.
The Kings are going to need to find a way to manipulate their roster construction here as they're down a player now. That's a tough loss. They're going to have to figure out a way to manage it.
Thanks for that update, Cheryl, and you're right, a tough loss indeed. Quick feed to Halak. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Hammers the shot. Can't get it to go. Pitlick stick handling in his own zone. The Ducks will play it against the boards. With the stop. Grabbed along the board by Power. Blast from the blue line. Comes up with the block. Absolutely fearless. Here's a short pass to Lindstrom. Here's a pass in front.
I'm done with this epic game! Hopefully I didn't bring my headset. But we get to lose Nathan McKinnon because we can't do Jack. We get to lose this guy because we can't do Jack. We get to lose the entire veteran lineup. I mean, I should have good news with the fact that we get to save on salary cap, but I actually expected us to win. But I guess it's too difficult to ask for this team to even do. So Hornquist will be traded away. He came back during that last game that we just lost. Didn't even play too. So we're gonna figure out who's on this draft class. Trade Hornquist off for a right franchise winger. Thank you. That's what we're gonna do. Cause I'm done. So, thanks for nothing, jerk. You know what? We'll keep their second rounder. Oh, too much salary cap. Of course, it's got to be something. You know, like it can't be that easy. It's got to be something. I'm slowly losing my mind at this point. Fine, you guys have anybody that's $6 million? I'll take. See, you guys will be fine. I will accept this trade, and I don't care about the second round. We're getting this right winger that's a franchise potential, and and you know what? I'm fine taking the $8 million contract. Just. Oh, this game. You want me to save some of the salary cap? Because I will. Here, why don't I just hold 50% of his contract, you know? Because why not? Oh. No what? Have everything. You know what? Flyers. You know what? We're gonna wait till free agency at this point. I don't care. We're gonna wait till free agency. Get ourselves a better player than Hornquist, because, you know, he likes to get himself injured for no apparent reason. And I expect something better from a player that's literally supposed to be high overall, elite potential, can actually do something. Nope. Gets injured 3 times during the season and does nothing for this team. So, I fired the one coach because I'm done with the fact that we haven't won a single playoff round at all. At least with Kopitar, we've won. So I'm thinking we bring Kopitar back as a head coach. We already got him on the team, so we're going to bring him back as a head coach because I want to win the playoffs. And if the way for us to win is for him to be head coach, I guess he's going to be head coach. So guess what, Kopitar? You get to be a head coach for our team again. Alright, anybody needs a recital at this point? I know I have to sign the rookie that I picked up. Well, I love the fact that I traded away a valuable player for laughing stocks. And that's on me, I guess. I guess trading away Darlene for literal laughing stocks is what I deserve to have. $226, we'll bring them in. So yeah, we get $20 million to play with for this free agency. Let's sign better defensemen. I don't care who doesn't re-sign with us, because I'm more pissed than ever with the fact that a line full of veteran players have retired with us. We lost everybody we could have thought of for the, and yet we couldn't even get past the first round, and I'm blaming the head coach on that. The team was at 100 overall for offense. You all saw it. I'm not going insane. You all saw that we were at 100 for offense. The fact we couldn't even get past the first round with 100 offense just means so much to where I'm about to lose it at this point. Because it makes 0 sense. 0. We should have gotten past the first round. They had a 78 overall goalie. Makes no sense that we were down and losing 3 games to 2. We were up 2 games to nothing. But I guess that's my fault for trusting players at this point. So, this is what we are going to do. We are going to sign Matthew Tkachuk. I don't care how long it's been, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go downhill. We are going to sign Leon Draisaitl. Again, I'm pretty sure we'll go downhill. There's 11 mil right there that just went, which means we have 6 mil to go off of. So, we will be trading away that Hornquist for not getting us anywhere, because he should have gotten us somewhere. So, we're going to skip a few days, and yeah, this video is going to be long, but for my actual expectation, I expected this roster to actually do something. Hopefully, with Kopitar as a head coach, we are looked more favorably and can actually do something before I break my headset. Get Tage Thompson on board. Some good news with that. We're going to get Leon Draisaitl on this team. We got Matthew Tkachuk on this team. Look at that. He's gotten 20 points during the playoffs. Huh. Oh, if only we could have done the same. We're trading Hornquist off because I am done with him having first line minutes and still not achieving anything close to a winning streak at this point. Then what we're going to do is trade him off, get a rookie player or someone similar to his talent, and hopefully they can actually do something better than what he could do. Because I am tired of this where he's getting injured 3 times and not doing anything. Just not helping the team out, getting injured in important games, and just not even helping out in the playoffs. Scored no points in the playoffs for the time that we've been in them. So he's getting traded off. I'm done. Like, I need a team to actually do something. To actually go out there and play and win the rounds. No, I don't get it from him. All he does is get injured, and once the playoff run happens to us, he can't play because he's injured. So guess what? He's getting traded away. I am not dealing with this. Anybody got right wingers that are similar to what he does? Hopefully plays instead of doing nothing. You know what? I said I wasn't going to get him, but Angela, I'm probably still not going to get him. Oh, look at that. Can't even get you. What a pity. I did see a 23-year-old left-hand right winger. So, just a typical question. Do you tend to get injured during the playoffs? Well, you got no playoff stat, but you are getting like 50 points and you are a 90 overall. But my question is, do you tend to get injured on important stuff? Because if not, I would love for you to be on this team because I'm done with Hornquist and his ridiculousness of getting injured on important games. Fine, if you don't want to trade him off, here's a first rounder. You're definitely gonna say yeah. Here, take all my rounds then. I need him gone. For freak out even more. I swear, if Nashville wins, I think I'm gonna restart. Because I am not having a good one at this point. Got $5.3 million to play with. We can... You know what? We're going to try to bring veteran players to come back to the team. Because if we can bring back veteran players to play on this roster, we might be able to actually accomplish something, but knowing me, I don't think this team can accomplish anything with the way they're doing it. I think I'm gonna keep yelling at the team to do a lot better. So, yeah, by episode 6, if I haven't gone insane yet, I am most likely going to be restarting over again. So, yep, when episode 6 starts, and yes, we are going to send the first 10 games, but if episode 6 starts and we have not accomplished anything, or heck, if we lose all 10 games, yeah, that's when I'm probably going to cut stream off and restarting. Because I've been at this far longer than what it needs to be, and I'm getting more and more annoyed at the fact that each year is just some other BS to it. So, and I'll be fine with restarting. There's nothing wrong with it. I'll get them a Stanley Cup win. If it takes me a second try, I'm going to do a second try. I'm getting tired of the fact that this team is supposed to be built to. They should have won it last year. 100 overall offense. They should have won last year. This year, they should win. The offense should still be at like above 95 overall. It should be at like a 96. There should be nothing wrong with the offense. The offense is still the same thing. There should be nothing wrong at all with this lineup. So, yeah, if we lose yet again, well then, I'm restarting over again. I honestly think with Matthew Tkachuk on the team, we should be able to be at least decently good. I mean, I get it, they're veterans, but they should be able to mass something. So, there should be nothing wrong with the lineup. There should be nothing wrong with the team play or anything at all. And if there is, I'm restarting. Like, I don't care at this point. This game is just, it doesn't make any sense with the lineups and the rookies and all that. So if we don't accomplish, I'm restarting at this point. We lose 10 games, it's going to be an automatic restart. Hey, if we get 1-9, I'm restarting. Like, I'm not doing this. The team should be set and done. There should be nothing more I have to change with this lineup. Like, what more do you want me to do at this point? There's nothing. I'll see you all next time with a regular 6-1-3. Hopefully episode 6 is a lot better. But yeah, I'll see you all next time.